All right, I'm up. Ooh, it's about to get real.
Yeah. DJ Kazuma in the house. On the ones and twos. This song's for anyone who's ever had their heart broken and shattered in pieces.
Living in an empty room, hanging curtains to block out the view.
Block that hateful sun.
The sink and clutter surrounds me, and I spend all of my time thinking
Damn,
of
dishwasher's
you.
broke.
Every day's an anniversary of better times we had long
When my
ago.
sink was clean.
When I imagined you could someday be by my side, walking with me through this life.
The landlord knows, but he won't help.
Some things are meant to be.
Sing it.
Love is a destiny.
Come on.
Dust is catching in the light of the sun, pouring past the window pane where I had watched you leave.
Oh, please, come back to me.
If only the one I could have loved could
Oh,
be
yeah.
the only one that I love.
Real
Out of
life.
control, our hearts have plans of their own. We're walking helpless on this path.
The pain that
alone.
never
Now
stops.
that the tears have all come and gone.
Joe.
I must carry on.
The plates keep piling up.
If it's true that we go back around when we're done, maybe the next time I love you,
You could be the only one.
I used to worry about life. I used to worry about the world. I used to worry about my followers. I lost you. I lost myself. I bought a new dishwasher. But I don't think I got the right kind. For my thing, anyway. I need to talk to the guy at the store again.
Feels great.
Okay, good karaoke done. Alright, this should be a combo.
Let's dig in.
I'm ready.
Real
Hey.
The crunchy fried chicken skin looks so good. Are you guys cool if I squeeze some lemon over it?
Sure. Thanks.
No lemon for me. I'm good with it as is.
I'll pass on the lemon, too.
I think you're missing out with no lemon. It really adds to the dish. So it's a waste not to use it.
What? Adds how?
The juice draws out the natural flavors of the chicken. It also helps reduce your fat intake.
That is very
So,
true.
2 birds, 1 stone.
It's like with pork.
Is that right? I never knew.
Flavor, huh?
So whose do I need to put it on? Who wants lemon?
Me.
I'm out.
Me.
Never mind, I'm in.
Actually, I'll pass.
Fucking
No,
A.
wait. I do want some.
None for me.
Gosh, you guys are a pain in the ass. Add your own lemon then.
Psycho.
Looks like you guys pissed her off.
Psycho's like,
Whoops,
fuck this shit.
sorry. Wait, Zhao, what do you mean none for you? You were the one going on about it.
Hey, I was just giving you the general opinion.
Oh.
Sorry about that, Psycho. I put more lemon on yours to make up for it.
I didn't want lemon on mine.
Oh my god.
Huh?
Nani? This conversation is like, huh? Huh?
Here's for mine.
That was
That
great.
is certainly food.
Certainly. food.
ありがとうございました.
Okay. Alright, we got something special with Date-san over here.
So, let's catch up. For the record, Taichi's safely back in Okinawa by now. Saw him off at the airport personally. Bought him enough tchotchkes to fill a duffel bag. That cabaret fight shouldn't sour his memories of the city.
Good. Taichi's lucky to have you looking out. Thank you, Date-san.
Hang on. Too early to start thanking me. We need to talk about what's next.
Hmm?
Come on. Taichi's far from the only one you've shut out. You've been dead to the world how many years?
That's what I'm supposed to be. Dead men don't keep in touch. The Daidoji faction made that clear. They only back me as long as I stick to the shadows.
Then what happens now? There's video evidence of Kazuma Kiryu still walking the earth. Force majeure, as the French call it, out of our hands. Daidoji say anything about that yet?
No, nothing so far.
Because they
As I
haven't
thought, they're
talked
not
to us yet.
omnipotent anyway. Not half as much as they were.
Exactly.
What are you trying to say, Date-san?
Only that, the way I see it, the Daidoji faction has reason to loosen your leash a bit. If circumstances align for a near miss or two with old friends, they'll likely be too occupied to care.
Maybe. But you're forgetting. I keep my promises, whether I'm forced to or not.
Oh, I'm well aware. But seeing Taichi didn't make you break your word, did it? You keep your distance, they never know you're there. I'm sure the Daidoji won't raise a stink.
And if I were one of them, I'd be none too happy.
Bloody hell. Does that backbone of yours ever bend? How about this, then? You know what Kamurocho's like these days. With the Tojo and Omi put to pasture, the Yakuza are just a memory. Petty criminals filled that gap. Better or worse, they're too insignificant to pin down. Cops have nothing to hold on to with them.
I get it. So what?
Some Kamurocho folk think it's worse than ever. Reminds me, Akiyama's gone quiet lately.
Akiyama?
He hasn't been mentioned since Yakuza 6. Sky Finance of Kamurocho. It was over half a decade. He was on my side to make it right.
Can't find him? Date-san, when was the last time you two spoke?
Just after the dissolution, I suppose. He caught wind Kazuma Kiryu might have had a hand in it. Akiyama went hunting for anything he could find, but came back with nothing more than rumors. He rang me up late one night during his investigations. I've tried calling him since, but there's never an answer. He might have finally left town.
What? So he just disappeared? Do you even know if he's alive?
The thought occurred to me, so I've kept a watch going. If he shows up, the police will know. Are you worried? He's just one of plenty you've turned your back to, after all.
I have faith in him, even though he's been completely gone for like many games.
Akiyama will be just fine. He's gone up against worse than this before.
Honestly, you're probably right. Leave him aside for now, then. We both know, regardless of all that, Akiyama's not your only concern.
Tell me what you want from me, Date-san.
I thought I'd been clear. This whole bucket kick list of yours is an opportunity. You and the Daidoji can stay honest with each other while we get you some closure on things. Leave everything to me. Akiyama, too. I'll dig him up somehow.
Date-san.
Who else out there do you need to see? Think. Kamurocho's got a lot of faces. You spent practically half your life on those streets.
The people who meant the most to me are dead. Kazuma-san, Yumi, even Nishiki. I still visit their graves. In fact, I was just there recently. To say I'll be with them soon.
God's sake. All right, let's focus on the ones who are still above ground. Because, like it or not, that includes you, for now. So who else, hmm?
It's your daughter anyway. Saya, I believe.
How's that daughter of yours doing?
Huh? Saya? Oh, she's fine. She's married now. 3
She
kids.
got mentioned in Yakuza 1, obviously.
Doesn't that mean you're a grandfather? I don't believe it. You never thought to tell me?
Because that's not what we're here to talk about, damn it. All right. Quit trying to distract me, would you? Take your time if you have to. Think of Kamurocho, okay? I know there's someone there.
Kamurocho locals that I knew. Well, I guess there's Kazuki and Yuya.
There you go. That's a great call.
I met those two
Kazuki and
during
Yuya.
one.
They're doing well, last I checked.
Owner of Club Stardust, met him through Kazuma-san when I first got out of jail. Yuya was a host in Kazuki's right hand. I could test what damn good right hand he has because we fought him before. Long-standing friends who survived everything Kamurocho was thrown
As you know, Stardust fell to the Korean Mafia some time back.
Yep, Yakuza
but it's
6.
up and running again.
Alright, and it's back up.
Is that so?
Yep, now that we have that settled, I only have to come up with a plan. Some way the Daidoji faction will write off as a coincidence, just in case. Like with Taichi, we need the perfect setting. Give me a bit of time.
Whatever you say. I'll go along with this because I trust you. Thanks, Date-san.
Stop it. This is something I want to do. There's no need for one word of appreciation.
It's number 4. We actually have to go to Kamurocho now. What is
Hello?
it now?
It's Date, Kiryu. Could you come to the Harbor Light if you're free?
Oh, I just
We'll make for
literally left.
Kamurocho from there.
Uh.
Be sure that you're ready.
Understood. I'll come soon.
Ever try pudding from a convenience store? Ugh, they're so rich and creamy these days.
Coming from an experienced chef, I believe you.
Actually, good food in general has gotten pretty easy to find. Means I better get my ass in the kitchen.
Huh. That's a winning attitude.
I just can't stand to lose. Though it might just be easier to sell some of that store-bought pudding in the end.
I doubt you'd end up doing that. I'll bet you'll whip up something from scratch that blows that other stuff out of the water.
You know, that's what I like about you and Kasuga-kun.
Sorry, what was that?
Ah, nothing. Just thinking about a recipe for some mind-blowing almond jelly.
All right.
At a UFO or... No, just a plane. Oh well.
You disappointed?
Well, yeah. Who wouldn't want to meet an alien?
You have questions for them or something?
Oh, I'd ask something like, what are you into?
Sounds like you're on a blind date.
Damn, Kiryu-san. You always know just what to say. But I guess those questions should be prepped in advance. Interstellar diplomacy, you know.
Definitely not something you'd find on my bucket list.
Ah, humor me a little. What would you ask an alien?
Me? How about, what do you do on your days off?
Guess it really is a blind date.
Things are going well.
Passing by this arcade always brings back sour memories.
Something bad happen here?
One day, on a whim, I tried out this capsule machine selling pocket plants.
Plans? Guess they'll turn anything into collectibles these days.
Yeah, well, I ended up getting 5 of the 6 possible items, with no dupes, all in a row. I was on this winning streak, so I figured I'll pull again, just to snag the whole collection. But it was like the last one was actively dodging me. In the end, I spent like 7,000 yen. My arm was practically jelly from pulling that crank.
Sounds like the machine got you good.
But you know, when I finally scored that full set, it felt like the stars aligned.
Must have been a big relief. What type of plant was in the last one?
Just your everyday Japanese spruce.
Huh. Congrats. All right.
Good old photography. Actually, I used to be really into taking pictures.
And you're not anymore?
Well, in the past, I would snap pics of everything around me. But one day, I realized I just couldn't find any more inspiration. Maybe I'd seen it all. There was this emptiness. Like I had already captured every corner of my own tiny world. But I was just a kid back then. So the memories aren't very sharp.
So even as a kid, you felt your world was small.
Damn. When you put it that way, it sounds like I was a real brat, huh?
Well, if you feel like you've broadened your horizons, maybe give that camera another try. See if anything new's inspired you.
Yeah, it's worth a shot.
Things are going well.
There's a pretty rad pawn shop nearby. Always got a ton of great finds. Been a while since I stopped by. Maybe I'll go poke my head in.
I didn't realize there was a pawn shop around here.
Go figure, right? It was actually a hoarder's house originally. But once it got cleaned up, turns out it was full of treasures. I bought some of the bowls for my shop there.
So, the bowls at your restaurant are secondhand?
Yep, a total steal.
All right. Oh. This brings back memories.
These special pancakes are amazingly fluffy. Oh, looks delish.
Yeah, you definitely won't be hungry after those.
Hey,
Something wrong?
I just remembered that Adachi-san ate the pudding I'd been saving. He still hasn't replaced it.
Well, this is out of the blue. When did this happen?
A few years ago, I had it stored in the fridge over at Survive.
Really? You're still holding on to that grudge after all that time?
Honestly, disputes over food are some of the most passionate. Look, a friend of mine ate another guy's cream puff while they were out on a trip. He hasn't received forgiveness to this very day.
All that drama over a cream puff?
It's more about courtesy among friends. If you want something, you should ask for it.
Speaking of, the strawberries on Sunny's cake look scrumptious. You mind if I just...
You have a death wish?
Not gonna work, huh?
Not even in your dreams. Thanks for buying.
That was
That
great.
is
The food.
Certainly food.
ありがとうございます。
もしもし。すみません。今日のカットとカラーに
いらっしゃいませ。ありがとうございます。
Not a scratch.
There's a sharpness to your fighting style, Zhao. Your strike is like the flick of a wrist.
You think so? Oh, big honor coming from you, Kiryu-san. Maybe all my hard work's paid off.
Have you been doing some kind of specialized training?
Nope, just draining water from noodles.
That's it?
That's it. Draining ramen noodles takes a bit of finesse, believe it or not. The goal is to make quick reflexive movements, and as few moves as possible. Too much waving your arms around screws with the noodle's delicate texture. And the snap of your wrist is key. So I guess it showed up in my fighting, too.
To think it all stems from something as wholesome as making noodles. What else is up your sleeve, Chef Zhao? Things are going well. Let's dig.
This omurice is next level. So tender.
Yeah, the chef's got great technique. They sure know their stuff.
Whenever I see omurice, I'm always reminded of the maid cafe that I used to visit with a former coworker.
Oh, right! How could you not associate maid cafes with Amar Rice? The maids draw on it with ketchup for the customers.
But from your tone, it doesn't sound like you had a good experience with it.
That's not it. Considering my age, I just feel like I embarrassed myself when I did the little chant, you know? The one that supposedly makes the food taste better. By the end of it, I wanted to crawl into a hole and disappear. Oh, I cringe hard each time I remember it.
I forgot that you can be kind of self-conscious like that, Nanchan.
To improve the taste. Wait, what's this chant you mentioned?
Yeah, there are words you chant in unison with the maid while you make a heart with your hands. Well, you know about it too, right, Kiryu-san?
Gotta be. Come on, get tasty. Pretty, please.
Wow, you actually got it right. It's amazing how you didn't hesitate even for a second.
Well, you know how it is.
Who wouldn't enjoy their meal when given a show like this?
A chant infused with the power of the Dragon of Dojima himself. Hey, we all gotta go together sometime. Nanchan can finally redeem himself. Let's all go pretty, please.
You make it seem like I lost all my dignity back at that maid cafe.
I'll be your moral support.
Huh? For real, Kiryu-san? What the hell? Why not make a better memory with them? All right, to the maid cafe.
Yeah! Well, with this level of intensity, they might think we came to start a war.
Thanks for buying.
That was great.
The food.
Certainly food.
ありがとうござい
I can never get over the size of this burger.
Has to be giant to satisfy that dino.
Oh, I've seen a pumpkin about that big once, around Halloween.
Huge produce like that's edible, but doesn't have much flavor. They're mostly bred for feeding livestock.
Huh. Maybe the dinosaur would like that too, then.
Maybe.
Except, isn't the dinosaur carnivorous? He's chasing a burger after all.
Ah!
But look, the burger's got tomato and lettuce. Maybe he's an omnivore?
Now I'm actually curious what this damn thing's hungry for.
Buddy, it's all plaster.
いらっしゃいませ
Let's dig in.
Real meal. You know, I love fast food, because you can get a good meal almost straight away. When hunger strikes, nothing beats it.
Well, if your mind and stomach can spare the time, a sit-down place can be fun too. Otherwise, every second feels like an eternity.
Speaking of sit-down places, I was out at lunch the other day and...
Sunny, you go out to eat?
I have a social life too, believe it or not.
Yeah, that's fair. I just couldn't imagine it is all. Sorry, go on.
Anyway, there was one of those spot the difference books next to the menu. I know they're for kids, but I was bored, so I opened it up. The puzzles were way harder than I thought. I wanted to finish it so badly, I completely forgot to eat. By the time I finished solving them all, it was dark out.
You're one of those customers, aren't you?
Okay, so I overdid it. But the restaurant puts them there to keep you entertained, right? Every place should have that.
Maybe. But if they only got customers like you, they probably wouldn't be in business too long, huh?
Thankfully, I don't think there's too many of those. Thanks for buying.
That was great.
The food.
Certainly food.
ありが
Is that a face cutout board? Think it's for a movie?
I loved getting my photo with these as a kid.
What do you say we take a pic? Commemorate the occasion.
Commemorate what occasion? No thanks. Plus, one of those holes is clearly sized for children.
I got a small head. Let's do it.
Oh, seriously? What if you got stuck? Just live attached to the board?
That would be an issue. Imagine trying to roll over in bed.
I think you would have bigger problems at that point.
Real. Beef bowls are a man's best friend. Super extra large is the only way to go.
They live up to their slogan, tasty, quick, and cheap. I've been a loyal customer for as long as I can remember.
That catchy slogan sure gets stuck in your head. It sounds simple, but succeeding at all three is a challenge.
Right, and they definitely live up to it. Wish I had a slogan too.
You got an example?
Something like speedy, strong, stupendous.
Did you just come up with that on the spot? And why include speedy?
Speed on my feet? Duh. Fast runners are always popular.
That's the logic of an elementary school kid. Plus, to be honest, I can't imagine you running fast to save your life, Nanchan.
Yeah, I won't lie, it's pretty accurate.
So a no on that slogan for you. What would Kiryu-san's slogan be?
Strong, somber, sentimental.
Again, what was going through your mind for the last part?
What do you mean by sentimental?
He must mean that Kiryu-san's old school, like what kids these days call a throwback?
Oh yeah, that's totally what I meant.
I get the feeling that at this point, even you don't know what you're talking about.
By the way, that slogan, you know, the word order actually changed over time. So, back in the day, it was quick, tasty, and cheap, since that was the process of how you'd experience the meal. Then they started to care more about the tasty part of their reputation.
Oh wow, I had no idea. So they switch it up to reflect the times. That's pretty cool.
Yep, now that's what I call sentimental.
Aw, nice try, but no. Thanks for buying.
That was
That
great.
is certainly food.
Nanchan, look! Print circle!
No way. It's a booth for ID photos. Nice try, machine.
Oh, how disappointing.
It looks kinda roomy. If we squeeze, we might all fit.
Barely.
Think so, Kiryu-san?
Why are we even considering this? Let's just find an arcade. You know, print circles are getting pretty advanced. Some even have skin softening filters.
Like in those photo apps. Sounds fun.
So no group selfie?
Convenience store employees have so much crap to do. Seems like hard work.
Besides manning the register, they've got to process utility bills, issue show tickets.
The more services the store offers, the more skills the workers need. If I were in their position, I bet I'd be really grateful for self-checkout.
Yeah, that probably lightens the workload a bit.
I had to ask an employee for help when I tried to use the self-checkout.
Oh, me too. Those things are tricky.
I suppose the customer needs new skills as well.
You ever notice, Kiryu-san, how much swag these kids' manga magazines have nowadays?
Swag?
Little bonuses, man. Microscopes, mini planetariums. Some even come with a claw machine.
Really? You can get all that in a magazine?
That's right. You build the gadgets yourself, and they're typically well designed.
Huh. That's new. When I was a kid, all we got were playing cards. Am I to take it you still read manga?
Nah. One of my regulars brought his kid in, and I noticed the little guy crafting stuff. And before I knew it, I was sitting there helping him out while the dad was munching away.
What a nice family atmosphere. All right. I've really gotten to know them.
いらっしゃいませ。ありがとうございます。
Is this place new?
Oh, you mean M. Hold'em? It just got built. Huh, seems like you can play poker here, solo or with friends. Huh, it even serves food. Maybe we should all go.
Sounds good to me. I won't hold back, though.
Might be time to buy some new threads. You mind making a stop if I see a nice place?
Not at all. You have a particular brand in mind?
It's not that I don't, but I tend to go for whatever randomly piques my interest. Kinda why I can't stand shopping online.
True. Ordering online can be a crapshoot.
Yeah, exactly. I suck at it. I always end up with stuff that's not quite what I imagined. And returns are a hassle, so I'd usually give the clothes to my men.
Free clothes to sweeten the deal. Not bad, considering your fashion sense.
Not bad at all, right? Talk about employee benefits.
That's one way to put it. Things are going well.
Ready if you are.
Sorry to drag my feet.
I feel so heavy.
One more every day.
Moving up in the world.
Charming Hasaku face?
What are you muttering to your phone about?
Oh, it's a crossword app. Forgot the deadline for the sweepstakes was coming up.
First magazines and newspapers. Now there are crossword apps?
They're pretty fun. Educational, too. Oh, gotta be ramen.
What's the prize if you win?
Well, let's see, a year's supply of bean sprouts.
I doubt those sprouts could last a whole year.
Yeah, no way. So if I win, I'll have to hold a bean sprout bonanza at my restaurant. And I'm sure I can rely on old Kiryu-san to help finish them off.
They have given away something more useless. All right. Hey, what do you do on your days off?
Curious? Well, actually, it feels like I'm always on the clock, but lately, when I can find the time, I've been watching martial arts matches. There's so much to learn while watching, like how to move your body and whatnot.
It's impressive that you've been putting all that knowledge to work.
It's just a hobby. But have you ever seen those pro wrestlers pull off their moves? It gives me chills. It's pretty addictive to watch.
Pro wrestling, huh? Back in the day, I dabbled in that while trying to entertain the kids. I fought a match as a masked wrestler called Dragon Mask. That really takes me back.
No kidding. Huh. Wait, did you just say Dragon Mask?
Things are going well. Our bond's getting deeper.
いらっしゃいませ。
The stew here is to die for.
Ah, the ginger really hits the spot, doesn't it?
Yeah. By the way, hold on.
What's up, Nanchan?
I forgot what I wanted to say. What was it? It was on the tip of my tongue.
Huh? You alright over there?
Well, that makes sense. It's because you ate ginger, you know.
Explain?
It's said that eating ginger makes you forgetful. And Namba-kun here was slurping it down like it's his last meal. So I guess the old adage is true.
Wow, go figure.
Ginger is actually proven to improve your focus. But it looks like that's not the case for Namba, huh?
Well, if you forgot it immediately, it probably wasn't that important anyway.
Oh, it just came to me. I was gonna say, you look funny with that grain of rice hanging next to your mouth, Sonny.
Oh, he's right.
Ugh, you should have told me sooner.
Not a bad look on you.
See, remembering things is overrated. My bad.
Just shut up and eat your ginger, and forget what you saw.
Thanks for buying.
That was
That
great.
is
The food.
certainly food.
ありがとう
French food we had at this one place a while back was fantastic. Oh, must be nice to be filthy rich and eat like that whenever you want.
Oh, yeah? You sound jealous.
Well, who wouldn't be? I definitely am. Though I bet I'd probably get pretty fat eating out all the time.
So, maybe I am jealous, but it's not like I think less of myself or anything. This old-timer I knew once told me something I've kept to heart ever since.
And what's that?
The rich pay for my social, so who's really coming out on top? How about that? The man's got a point. That's me.
Oh, brother.
Oh, you're shitting me.
Something up?
There's this wok, made by a famous craftsman that just got released today. I wanted to try it out, so I was really gunning for one. There were limited quantities, and they have all been snatched up already. Damn it.
Guess it was in high demand.
Well, yeah, they're popular. But I bet it's only sold out because of scalpers.
Scalpers?
Yeah. They buy up all the good shit, then list them for auction at sky-high prices.
I see. So they're opportunists.
Bastards aren't even gonna use what they bought. Really pisses me off. If I ever find one in person, I'm gonna deep fry their ass.
Not sure anyone wants that on the menu. All right. Let's do.
Oh, the grilled lobster is a masterpiece. It smells really great, too.
Sure is. But I wouldn't serve any to Ichiban.
Why? Are you guys fighting?
No, you got it all wrong. It's just that he's got a crawfish named Nancy, and she's basically the love of his life.
Well, surely he's not that sensitive, right? Isn't there a clear difference between a pet and a meal?
You would think so, but for whatever reason, Kasuga actually took it upon himself to save Nancy from being eaten by this one homeless dude. He even traded a premium sushi set for her.
So she was originally meant to be eaten? Huh. I still can't understand what was going through his head, though.
You know, he even brought that crawfish with him to Hawaii.
He really cherishes her that much? Then there's no way he'd accept being served a meal like this.
Now that you mention it, what's Kasuga's favorite food? He seems like the type who'd eat anything.
It's lobster.
Well, forget what I said. That guy'll eat anything.
Jeez, had us worried for nothing.
Thanks for buying.
That was
That
great.
is certainly food.
ありがとうございますいらっしゃいませ
Let's...
Man, I'm beat. Finally time to relax. Ah, so refreshing.
Oh, come on, don't just wipe your face with the hand towel. This place is high-end. For the love of God, act like it.
Yeah, my bad. That brings to mind, how does one act high-end?
Well, try to master acting normal first.
But that's the hard part, isn't it? Normal is different depending on the person. Like mannerisms, speech, and stuff.
Whoa there, Namba-kun. Be careful going down that rabbit hole. Next thing you know, you'll be questioning how to breathe.
Hey, don't jinx me. Now I'm seriously worrying about it.
But when it comes to language, it pays to take your surroundings into account.
Go on.
For example, you might say, "Oh my, this baguette has a delightful texture and aroma. It is simply divine," or something.
You're joking, right?
I'm not messing around. I just couldn't think of a good example on the spot.
Baguettes aside, that's actually a good point, Sayako. Sometimes it's really important to read the room. Not that I'm an expert on that, of course.
Well then, why don't we try acting classy from this point on?
Okay. Let's do it.
Sure. Classy.
Guys, it's okay to speak.
Thanks for buying.
That was
That
great.
is certainly food.
ありがとうございます。
Alright, let's continue this part.
Somebody!
Yumi, no! Damn.
This brings back memories.
Dang. Guess gotta make me sad to bring up Yakuza Kiwami at a time like this.
A message from my marketplace app. Guess the bidder wants me to lower the price.
What, they trying to haggle?
Yeah, it's nothing I'll miss, so I can lower it to... Wait, they want half off? In their dreams.
You gonna turn him down?
Yeah, I'll be losing money with the shipping costs. Maybe you can buy it, Kiryu-san.
No,
I'll do
I'm not
half off for
rich.
you, no problem.
Yeah? And what would I be buying?
It's a facial toning device.
Right.
Okay.
Things are going well. I've really gotten to know them.
At this rate, we're just gonna complete the bingo for everybody.
いらっしゃいませ。ありがとうご
Okay. What next?
You know, I've gotten really into green tea lately.
I enjoy a good cup of tea. And I notice a lot of desserts are green tea flavor these days.
Right? But I'm in it for the process, not so much the flavor. Somehow, I just love making it.
That's a pretty refined hobby.
Sure, it was tough starting out. My tea would be all icky and lumpy like snot. Now I
Yeah.
make a mean cup of matcha. Creamy, foamy goodness. You see, initially I just wanted something to go with my tea cakes. But these days, all I really care about is the arts of tea and honing my brewing technique.
Sounds like the journey replaced the destination. But isn't that how it goes? All right.
That's a lot deeper than I thought it would be. Jeez.
Our bond's getting deeper.
Sunlight Castle. Remember that thing in Yakuza 2? Jeez, it was so huge. I felt like
This
it
brings
felt
back
out of
memories.
place. And we're close. The rest of these things are in here. The problem is the enemies are so high level then that I don't think I could fight them, which is unfortunate. Alright. Let's do our 2 drink links with Zhao and talk to Date-san in the process.
I could use 40 winks.
Hey, Zhao.
Ah, hey there, Kiryu-san.
Someone's been knocking him back. You know, I still haven't had a drink with you yet. Mind if I sit here?
Of course not. Be my guest. Some one-on-one time with Kiryu-san, huh? Kinda making me a little nervous here.
And I guess you've already got a good buzz going. Been a while since you stepped down as a leader of the Liumang, hasn't it?
Yep. Now I'm just a regular old civilian. Trying to be one, at least.
Right. I imagine other people might not see it that way.
It's been a solid 15 years since you quit the business, right? But people still call you Kiryu-san. The fourth chairman and the Dragon of Dojima.
Yeah. There's no running from your past. Guess we're both struggling on that front.
But at least I've got it a bit easier than you. My name's only good round here in Ijincho.
Do you ever regret giving it all up? Your father passed you the mantle, right?
Well, Liumang was tearing itself apart from the inside out back then. Thanks to Ryoayuki and the Omi Alliance. A good lot of them stabbed me in the back. Some of the old heads included. We had no choice but to rebuild from the ground up.
I remember he got betrayed. by
Obviously,
his own
somebody
goons.
has to take responsibility for all that. And, well, who else better than the guy up top? Since Komijo was literally going up in smoke, too, Ijincho's entire gray zone was in danger. Having Sunhee take the wheel was the best choice, so no. I don't regret my decision.
I see.
By bringing the Liumang and Komijo together, Sunhee managed to save a lot of lives. That had to be a ton of hard work. I can't possibly thank her enough for all she's done.
I'm impressed you're so honest about it.
Gotta say, it hits different when you're the one dishing out praise, Kiryu-san. Kasuga-kun's got away with words, but you're not too bad yourself.
Thanks.
Kiryu-san, you're a dead man walking, aren't you? So you can't pay your family or friends a little visit?
He's trying at least.
That's right.
Are you
But he
sure
doesn't
you
want
should
to.
be talking to me then?
The Daidoji probably think that this will all work out in their favor. So they'll turn a blind eye.
All right then. You think it'd be cool if you came over to my place?
Your place?
I own a Chinese restaurant, see? An old little hole in the wall, but it's mine. Sometimes I cook the food myself. Scratch that. Not sometimes. I cook pretty much every day.
From the top of the Liumang to the head of the kitchen.
I've always loved cooking. You'd catch me in the kitchen even during my Liumang days. A lot of my guys like to eat whatever I whipped up to.
You ever consider that it was hard for them to tell the boss his food sucks?
Oh, so that's how you want to play.
Savage.
Yes, now I've just gotta invite you to my restaurant then.
Sure, I'll go. It's all gonna be on the house, right?
Yeah, of course. But if you find the food tasty, then I'll take cash over any compliments to the chef.
That's some confidence you've got there. I look forward to it. How about another round?
Fine by me. But you should take it easy. Wouldn't want you to keel over before you get a taste of my cooking.
Fine. Whatever you say. Barkeep.
Hard to believe you're a sick man. Barkeep, hit me with another two.
That's the spirit.
Flying Inferno. I need to see that in battle. Be part 2 of the drink link, and then we got 3 more to go.
Hey, what's with the face?
Huh? Oh, hey, Kiryu-san. Something's been bugging me, actually.
That right?
Yep. Mind hearing me out? Can't say it'll be much fun, though.
I'm all ears.
I was checking out this food blog earlier. They review bars and other joints here in Ijincho. Of course, that means they hit up my place, too.
Sounds like they rubbed you the wrong way.
Well, yeah. They wrote a bunch of crap about how the food sucks, how the employees are rude, how the place is a stinking mess.
That's like
And it's
Yelp
not
reviews.
a one-time deal either. They've been writing about my place for days.
You're saying these are fake reviews?
What else could they be? I take pride in my cooking. Sure, my place might be a little old, but I keep it spotless. Man, even thinking about all this just pisses me off.
Can't be fun to deal with.
Yeah, trust me, it's not. I'm still trying to figure out how to handle this. Should I leave it alone, or do I do something about it? Maybe we should have talked about something else.
Wonder who they really are.
I wonder who they really are. Why do they get to remain anonymous when they're writing something awful like that?
Not very fair now, is it? I'm also itching to find out what kind of person posted that. I get that everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but this just doesn't sit well with me.
Has that blog started to affect your business?
Nah. Sales is more or less the same as ever, as far as I know. My place gets lots of regulars. I think the customers who do follow blogs are usually the first-timers.
Makes sense. And all that's left to consider is how you feel about this whole situation.
Yep, guess so. And I think I've got an idea who that blogger is.
Oh yeah?
Right before that blog posted, I got into a nasty little spat with a customer. Never seen him before in my life.
How'd that happen?
Well, considering my previous occupation, I get a lot of customers with some real heavy baggage. So I don't let people take any pictures or videos once they're inside. Even got signs saying so. But that guy didn't give a shit.
And there's no way you didn't call him out.
Damn right. I went up to him and I told him, please refrain from filming inside the restaurant. Honestly, I wouldn't have cared if it was just him there, but the place was pretty packed at the time. And that just got him all riled up. How dare you speak to a customer like that? And things just went downhill from there. He flung his chopsticks at his bowl and stormed out, screeching, "See if I ever come back here again!" The day after that, someone posted on their blog talking shit about my restaurant. I figure it's probably the same guy.
What a grudge.
Yeah, seems likely to me. Hard to think those events aren't related.
Right. I knew you'd understand, Kiryu-san.
So, what's your plan? If that customer's the same person behind the blog post, are you going to confront him?
I'm not gonna go that far. I'm just a regular civilian now, a humble chef.
Considering how proud you are of your cooking, you're taking this pretty well.
Yep, I think so too. It's like, once I get heated, it's hard for me to hold back.
Oh boy.
This guy.
This Zhao.
What happened
I
to being a
remember
regular
from
civilian?
last game.
Guess I'll have myself another drink. Alcohol's not a bad distraction.
I'm with you there. Sorry for making you sit through that nonsense.
Just glad you're feeling better.
Okay. Now we got that out of the way. I think we could talk to Date's son now to see what he wants to see, what he's up to. I know he arranged something for me, but I forgot what it was.
Good you're here, Kiryu. Ready? Round trip to Kamurocho and back? Have everything you need?
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Straight over to Stardust. Kazuki and Yuya are both working there today. Hope you're prepared for this. We're giving that bucket list some weight to it. And there it is, Kamurocho's prevailing host club, Stardust.
Prevailing, huh? They've come a long way, I suppose.
Obviously, the Jingon occupation brought some drastic changes a while back. Now it's returned to its more traditional roots, so to speak. That Kazuki boy's always had a vision.
You're not kidding. That's not just traditional. It's downright nostalgic.
Huh?
Yuya.
Huh. Honestly, things never change. Right in the middle of the street.
Classic. In the middle of the street.
Like I give a shit who you're with. The Tojo clan couldn't even get protection money from us. Get out of here. Don't come back again.
You're freaking dead! We're gonna ruin this joint!
At the best you got for me? Real Kamurocho natives sneeze better threats. Let me teach you. Never screw with the big boys.
Just throws him.
Hey, isn't that... Oh, my gosh! Kazuki-san!
My God.
He's the coolest! And Yuya-san's here too! Oh, I'm a second.
Even with age, you're still the same
Nicely
people.
done, Yuya. You're as fearless as the day I met you.
Kazuki-san. I'll cover the outside. You worry about business on the inside.
You know how boring it is without you in there? Come. There's always more to do.
On it.
Damn, they've been alive for like many games.
So chic! Stardust! I want to marry this place!
Seems as popular as ever, huh?
I suppose so. I appreciate you helping me get one last look at them.
Let's slow down. Hey, that was the owner just now, right? Hell of a show.
Oh, yeah, wasn't it?
Those crooks were looking for protection money. Amazing how you all beat them back. And by the looks of it, business is booming for you boys.
Suppose so. We're, pretty old-fashioned as host clubs go. Our competitors like to say we're behind the times. But Kazuki-san's a great boss, and with him in charge again, we're all eager to work here. The fact that he still pulls in such young fans is especially motivating. Us young bloods have to keep up.
I'm glad to see people still admire Kazuki and Yuya.
That'll never change. They've always been a different breed. And Kamurocho fixtures for decades. Most people have forgotten by now that the Jingon Mafia took this place some time ago. They had money, weapons, people. Things got really rough for a bit.
The Jingon used Stardust to launch their Kamurocho expansion. It was a smart play.
Oh, mister, you know your stuff. Have you heard the entire history behind it all? As to why the Jingon was targeting Kamurocho in the first place, I mean. You see, the Korean Mafia was beaten, badly, by Tojo Clan Yakuza back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Meaning, no offense, you two look like you might have been around back then. Do you know about the Dragon of Dojima?
How coincidence.
Yep, I've heard the name before at least.
I figured. No one who knows anything about Kamurocho wouldn't know Kazuma Kiryu, after all. Yeah, Kiryu-san was a legend who kicked the Jingon out almost single-handedly. Kazuki-san and Yuya, though, had the misfortune of being his friends.
And they got targeted.
So, when the Jingon Mafia finally came back, they went straight for Stardust in retribution. You could say Kazuki-san was just another victim of Kazuma Kiryu's legacy
like
of violence.
Kiwami 2 that happened.
Huh. Not exactly sure that's accurate. You know?
Don't you think? I gotta say, this city's story has always been about honest people paying for the underground sins. At least the Jingon are dead and buried now, anyway. Kiryu-san too, so I've been told. And with all of them gone, it fell to Kazuki-san to rebuild on his own. It kills me to think of him having to bow his head to every moneylender in town. If those criminals could hear me from hell, especially Kiryu, I'd have some words for him.
I see. Fair enough. I'd say you've got a point.
Hey!
Thanks for your time. Hope we didn't bother you.
No, of course not. No bother at all, sirs.
Hey, where are you going? This isn't what we came for.
There's more.
Kazuki and Yuya are coming to Serena in a little while.
Don't tell me you invited them there.
I'm not saying you have to reveal yourself. It's just a chance to hear them, see how they're really doing.
No. I saw for myself they're doing well. And I've heard enough.
Oh, come on, don't say that. I promise you, whatever that toddler of a host said, Kazuki and Yuya don't agree with him. I've never heard them utter one word of resentment.
Even still,
Honestly, just come upstairs. What's a Kamurocho trip without revisiting this place anyway? Think of it as part of the tour.
All right. Let's see what they have to say.
Ah, there you are. Good to see you, Kazuki, Yuya.
Likewise. Thank you for inviting us.
Not every day the legendary detective of Kamurocho asks you out for drinks.
Is that the kind of barefaced flattery Stardust customers get treated to, Yuya?
That wasn't flattery. Everyone knows I speak my mind, pure and simple.
All right, all right.
Hey, by the way, this place is empty. You didn't, reserve the whole bar for us, did you?
Not at all. This is the slow time of night. Always clears out around now.
Come on, Yuya. Don't be presumptuous.
Okay, Kazuki-san, but I bet you were thinking the same thing.
Here it is, trying to clear your name by muddying mine. I apologize for that, Date-san.
Oh, get this, Date-san. Know what happened earlier? Some small-timers actually came around for protection fees.
Yeah, I saw. Happened to be down the street during the confrontation. Well fought. Don't tell anyone I said that. Technically, I probably should have arrested you.
How are you always so up to date?
Rolling on Stardust's front door just now? Gotta say, it actually brought back memories.
Yeah? Of what sort?
Huh. Do you have to ask? I'm sure we're all thinking the same thing.
Yep. Dead to rights, yeah?
Come on, don't keep me in suspense.
Back in the day, Yuya would hurl Yakuza hither and yon from our doorway. Let's say for one, Kiryu-san, naturally.
I get it now. Of course he'd come to mind.
Hard to believe that was almost 20 years ago now.
Yeah. Crazy. I can count on one hand the fights I've lost in my life, but I've never felt strength like his before or since. That first night, he looked just like any other mid-rank soldier come to squeeze us.
Little did you know you were picking a fight with the Dragon of Dojima.
Yeah, they picked the fight
Time
first.
never slows down, huh? Soon, Kiryu-san will have been dead for as long as I knew him when he was alive.
Yuya keeps a bottle on reserve just in case he ever shows up again someday. One of our most expensive bottles, in fact. Doesn't exactly help our bottom line.
Well, Yuya's not alone there. Sometimes I'm stunned he's been gone so long.
Bet everyone in this district who ever met the guy feels that, now and again.
Maybe. Still, he had a way of bringing trouble wherever he went, wouldn't you say? Stardust must have surely suffered over the years because of him, no? Your doorman has something of a grudge against him, in fact.
Can't in good faith deny that, I guess. Talk about someone the world just has it out for. There were times he'd waltz in, and you'd know a storm was coming. I don't know. Do you think Kiryu-san would forgive me if he heard me say that?
It's fine. If you're still carrying this with you, might as well let it out.
Okay. The thing is, no one ever took the brunt of it worse than Kiryu-san himself. When that man clenched his jaw and furrowed his eyes, all your doubts would disappear.
I'll never forget the first time we met. He was ready to overthrow the Tojo clan, all on his own. But then, he found a little girl worth 10 billion yen, and decided to protect her like she was his own blood. After that, Kiryu-san became an icon to the city. Anyone who knew him knew the courage he could instill. Every twist and turn, all our troubles and hard times felt bearable then.
Yeah, that's what Kiryu-san was to us. That's why it's so hard to believe he's gone for good.
Hey, Date-san.
Come on, Kiryu, meet him.
Why tonight?
One last time.
Why invite both of us here all of a sudden? Did anything happen recently?
What do you mean?
I wonder. News of Kiryu-san, perhaps? A sighting, a rumor, a word? Some sliver of evidence somehow suggesting that his death was a feint?
Don't do this to yourselves. I'm sorry, but I called you because I felt like seeing some old friends.
I see. And that's all it is?
Come on. Can you blame us for hoping for something more?
You too.
Kazuki-san likes to say that Kiryu-san deserves to have us honor his legacy. That's why Stardust was worth all the scraping and clawing it took to get it back.
Yeah, that must have been difficult. But from the looks of it, Stardust has truly recovered. Kamurocho itself even, like the city's healing from Tenkaichi Street out.
For the first time in a long time, I think I'd be proud for him to visit us again. I'd like him to know that we're still standing. I suppose I understand Yuya and his bottle now.
It's all right. I have a feeling he's damn proud of the both of you. Believe me, there's not a doubt in my mind.
That was deep as hell with memories, man.
I should apologize for dragging you all the way up
sad.
there. I know you're busy.
You don't have to do that. I appreciate all the work it took.
Kazuki and Yuya, well, feel free to tell me I was right. Those two have always looked up to you. Maybe Kamurocho can become a little bit better if its people don't forget the man who fought for it. How was it hearing all that?
It was good. I felt happy. Like listening in on your own funeral, though.
Yeah, that's understandable, I suppose. Although, what better way to find perspective on the life you've led than that? No one expects they're the poor bastard everyone will say good riddance over. Except maybe you. You think you only ever put people in danger. I'm gonna prove to you you're wrong. I'm working on another clandestine reunion. Stay in touch until then.
Thanks for the drink. See you again soon.
Good night, Kiryu. Do your best to hold on to what they said.
Dang. Just a bit more, honestly. There are some stuff in Kamurocho I have to go back to. Ooh, pound mates. Kazuki and Yuya or Dondoki Island. Damn, I have to visit that place to grind more money. If I'm gonna be honest with you here.